I don't know if it's overreacting, or I don't know if it's reacting to even the wrong things. But man, that might have been the best Vancouver Canucks power play we have seen in years. Even with JT Miller, okay, maybe we shouldn't go that far. The Miller, Bo, Besser, Pettersson days were pretty recent after all. But the Vancouver Canucks have just defeated the Seattle Kraken 3-2 in Rogers Arena in a game which featured some very, very notable performances and team efforts. Let's just be clear. The Vancouver Canucks were down 2-0 at one point in this hockey game. And you can say that based off of the rosters, the fact that Seattle wasn't really icing a strong roster on their behalf. They had a lot of young guys, they had a lot of inexperience in there, and that's fine, that's what the preseason is for. But considering the fact that Seattle was up 2-0 in the second period, obviously that doesn't bode well. And to be fair, I'm not going to go out there and put the blame on Kevin Lankinen, who was in net for both of the goals. Jani Nyman gets a tip-in front in the 1-0 goal, and then Tyson Jugnauth gets himself a really good one-time chance, where Kevin Lankinen is a tad late, a second late, tracking the puck after it comes from behind the net out in front. Good passing play there by Winterton, and it sets up the 2-0 goal. But after the 2-0 mark, this is where things became very interesting for Vancouver, and it's when, you can say, they woke up. Because just 2 minutes after it was 2-0, you had yourselves Braeden Cootes scoring a goal in Rogers Arena. This one assisted by Kirill Kudryavtsev and Jonathan Lekkerimäki. It is a really nice youthful exuberance kind of goal. And Lekkerimäki, in this second period especially, was just whipping pucks towards the goal. He had a breakaway opportunity where he looked pretty good. He made a nice little deke to the backhand, wasn't able to bury it, but still looked confident and strong. And he throws it towards the goal on this play. Kudryavtsev has it at the top of the umbrella, finds Lekkerimäki on the left, walks in with a shot, and the puck deflects off of Cootes and in. That is his first goal of the preseason, and a continuation of the strong play he has provided all preseason long. I mean, just the pace, the intensity, the willingness to battle. He may not be the most physically mature, he might not be the biggest guy out there, but Braeden Cootes is a warrior, and he has been getting involved in the right places. There's a reason why Ian McIntyre compared this guy to Bo Horvat. Hey, is he a younger version of a Bo? A guy who was inevitably the Vancouver Canucks captain and one of the most clutch scorers the team had the past few years? Who really knows? Braeden Cootes is only 18 years old, so of course, it's not like this guy's going out there and taking over the Vancouver Canucks. He's got a few years to progress and grow, but if he can showcase to Vancouver management that what he brings is above what some of the other guys on the roster projected can bring, if he's able to be that guy to add more value than expected, then there might be no reason for Vancouver to send him down early. At the very least, with scoring a goal today and the way he played off the puck, I think he's earned himself to survive another day with this hockey team. And as we had spoken about earlier in today's show, if Cootes ends up becoming a Vancouver Canuck to start the year, if he gets the 9-game sample, that'll give him about $100K worth of extra dollars, something like that. $100K or $90,000. That's more than he would have made playing an entire season in the A or in the Dub. So, of course, you want to set this guy up, you want to give him some extra motivation, and you want to give him a reward for being as good as he has been in the preseason so far. Not saying that it's guaranteed that he sticks around, but I think based off of what we have seen, I mean, there's no reason to throw this guy down there to the juniors one more time, at least at this point, after all. But that's the 2-1 goal for Vancouver. Things get really going in the third period here. Nikita Tolopilo enters the fray, and he stops all the shots that he was faced at the hands of the Seattle Kraken. Although, to be fair, Tolopilo only made 4 saves on the night. It was Kevin Lankinen who was forced to make the majority of the saves because Vancouver just went out there and dominated in the third period. Because quickly getting things going, It's none other than Filip Hronek in the first 39 seconds of the third, who absolutely winds up with a powerful slap shot. Vancouver has some sustained offensive zone time in the opening fray, and inevitably it's Jake DeBrusk. He tosses it to the goal, it bounces around, then finds itself back to the point where Hronek, who walks in and just fires a beautiful slapper. He makes it a 2-2 hockey game, and then Ryan Lindgren takes a penalty. Vancouver to the power play, and the first unit was Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser, Jake DeBrusk, Evander Kane, and Quinn Hughes. So essentially replacing JT Miller or Pius Suter or whomever with Evander. You would have expected maybe a right-handed shot, but nah, they got Kane out there, and my goodness, is this what Adam Foote has been talking about the entire time? A lot less dump and chase, more aggression in terms of how they move with the puck and attack the net, cycle it around and just open up space, cut in and try to look for those angles. Vancouver put on an absolute clinic and had absolutely one of the best power plays we have seen in a long time. I get it, it's a preseason game, they're playing a dampened Seattle Kraken lineup, but with this essentially being the main power play unit, Kane, DeBrusk, PD, Besser, Hughes, just how good was that power play? They didn't score, but my gosh, you had Pettersson finally trying to take shots. He was hesitating a little bit, but there were some shot attempts that he had. He also had Quinn Hughes just dazzling around in the offensive zone. He looked fantastic. He tried to become Leon Draisaitl at the side of the net, getting that 1T going through, but unfortunately it was stopped both times he attempted it. Inevitably, though, you had yourselves another power play for Vancouver later on in the third, where there was a little bit of a kerfuffle between Ty Karche, Elias Pettersson, and Melanson. Eventually, Vancouver gets on the power play here, and Jake DeBrusk scores to give the Canucks the 3-2 lead. The puck finds itself back over to Elias Pettersson. He throws it back to Hughes, who takes a shot. It deflects off of Brock Besser's knee, it looks like, towards the goal, and Jake DeBrusk is right there in front to bury it by the goalie. I mean, John Shorthouse kind of said it best on both power plays. All 5 Vancouver Canucks personnel got many touches, and they all came off the stick quickly. Aside Quinn Hughes, who would just rove around with the puck in the offensive zone because he's capable of doing that, these Canucks were passing it around, they were getting open, they were finding space, they were making things happen. It looked incredible. And they end up getting the lead because of it. Add to this, Evander Kane's empty net goal from about 100 feet out in the neutral zone to seal the deal and give the Canucks the 4-2 marker. That is all she wrote in a game where, admittedly, you want to see them absolutely torch the Seattle Kraken. Based off of the caliber of the rosters, if Vancouver didn't showcase dominance here, it probably would have been concerning, but that is exactly what they had in especially the power play opportunities in the third period. And I think if any Canucks fans were doubting the effectiveness, the mindset, the killer instinct that Elias Pettersson has or may not have, this is all that we needed to see. Just continue it, PD. Just get better. Just continue doing that, and we'll be fine. Braeden Cootes is giving Canucks fans a lot to cheer for as well with his stellar play. Other Canucks players that played tonight, Vitaly Kravtsov, I thought he was interesting. There were some chances that he had. Not particularly impressed with him throughout most of the preseason, but I think today was a little bit better. Danila Klimovich, I thought, was trying at some points, which I don't know if that's like a good thing or a bad thing. That's the only thing I can say about him. Tom Willander had a few nice pivots. I thought he looked a little better today compared to some of the other games. Elias Pettersson was getting involved physically, which is obviously what you want to see. P.O. Joseph, I don't think had a good game. I think he was a little rough around the edges, especially trying to break the puck out of his own zone. But if there are any other guys that stand out in your mind in a positive or negative way, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to like it. If you did not, then please dislike the video. The comments help out with the algorithm, so I appreciate that a ton. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I hope you enjoyed this video. 9 and bye.